to my bedroom and also to myself. And I just want to say hi to the Sonar people in the sky. Are y'all there? Can you talk to me whilst I
I'm
do this?
here. Yes.
Mariana, hello, hello. Welcome to my crushes. I did this last year and I thought, you know what? I got to update the people of who I think are attractive. I think that I'm a tastemaker. I think that
That's why
people,
we have you.
yeah, exactly. They agree with me because I have a very narrow sense of who I like. And when I look at the list that I've compiled for you all today, you will see that they're pretty similar looking men. And I should think about that and like
It is.
question.
It is. I'm not going to say super concerning, but it is a pattern.
It's a pattern, and that's okay because they were all about breaking patterns because apparently 2022 is going to be our year, right?
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, we're counting down the crushes because 2021 has been crushing. All right. Also, you're good. I have to do a shout out to Chris Levier, who sent me a Christmas gift. He found this for me, and I think how uh, how apt for everything.
What is
Uh,
that? Wait,
you
put it
see,
back.
it's a coloring book,
Oh
and
my
it's
god, of hot
20th
men?
century foxes, but it's the same six men over and over again. It's
Who is
Val
that?
Kilmer. Who, you know what? You got to give love to Val
Classic.
Kilmer. Let's find some other one. With every
A
crush
classic
that I'll
hottie.
show you of 2021, I will also show you, I don't know, Patrick Swayze. Rest
Oh
in peace.
yeah.
I got to
That's an
get,
old school hottie.
now that we're, ooh, that's the card. Now that we're getting back, oh, look at Denzel Washington, but a very
Oh
specific
yeah.
period of
That doesn't
Denzel
even look like
Washington.
him.
Yeah, this is like Denzel Washington when he was in Kenneth Branagh's Hamlet. Do you guys remember Kenneth Branagh's Hamlet? I do. I can't stop thinking about it. All right.
Really when he was at his hottest, truly.
Yeah. Everyone loves Denzel when he has a minor role in a Shakespearean movie. And you know what the best part about Kenneth Branagh's Hamlet is? Everyone always shortens it because they're like, that's too long a play. Not even Shakespeare would show the full play. But Kenneth Branagh's like, no, make it 4 hours. Put more stuff into it. Because that's his way. But Tom Selleck,
Oh, yeah.
none
That's my type.
of no, Anya. I did not say that I have a crush on Jared Leto in House of, you know what, I'm not gonna be maligned while I show you my very special Christmas gift from Chris Levier. I did say that Jared Leto in House of Gucci reminded me of my dad's friend Damiano. That is a truth. And therefore, while we were all annoyed with his performance, we can't deny that he also maybe was realistic.
Oh
Guys, let's get
wow.
into it. You're also on top of seeing my crushes and my, what goes on in my head when we're under lockdown, I guess would be the long and the short of it. You're also going to see my very first experience with making a slideshow. That's right. I used PowerPoint for the first time in my life. Mariana, how do you feel? Did you enjoy my
Um
PowerPoint?
so I'm going to say that it is professional looking. It
Wow.
is sleek. It
Oh,
looks like I am at a seminar at a bank,
yep. Okay, excellent.
and
That is
they're teaching me
exactly.
about finances.
Yeah, because I want you to know what like your GIC is gonna do in the next 6 months, pretty
Of
much,
course.
along with some very gaunt men. All right, shall we get this started?
Let's get it up
StreamYard
there.
is so confusing because it's all reversed, right? I want to put one piece of hair behind my ear, but it just okay. VT crushes, this is great. It looks like TD Bank has decided to bring you my crushes of 2021. Also, keep in mind. I refuse to get high quality pictures, so I think there's only one that isn't slightly pixelated. But what are you here for the pictures? Google it yourself, you fucking lazy. Anyways, so let's get started. So as you can see, it says Vite's crushes of 2021. I said there aren't as many this year, but trust me, there's enough.
Oh
And
yeah.
that's,
There's always
this year
enough.
I actually got to date because of the vaccine. And let me tell you, it was better than just staring at pictures of men on the internet. All right,
I have a
let's do it.
question
Yeah,
before we get
please,
into it.
please.
Have you dated anyone that even comes close to comparing to anyone on this list?
Can I say that I dated someone earlier this fall that I found incredibly hot and thought was a mashup of two of the men that are on this list? But I won't say
Oh.
two. I won't say which two.
Oh
Uh,
no. Why? Are you going to tell us after?
Maybe. That's what you have to stick around for. Which direction? I just want to turn my body straight, but the streamer is so confusing. Okay, anyways. This looks like a budgeting seminar slide. Anya, I want to thank you for being my number one commenter on this thing. Let's get it going. Who's our number one? Because I forget. That's right. We're going backwards. This is, all right, guys, get fucking ready. So, do you remember that we were in a lockdown pretty heavily from January 2021 until probably June of 2021?
I remember that. Yeah,
Do you remember?
I do
Can you
remember
remember?
that.
So my sister who I live with, my cousin who lives in the upstairs apartment, we got so hard into The Bachelor that it's not okay. I'd never seen it before in my life.
It's never okay.
You know what though? You say that now, but ooh, what a time. And I'm gonna, for this lockdown, I don't know, we have to find our new Bachelor because we kind of burnt it out a little bit. This is Grocery Joe. I don't remember what his real name is, but his name is Joe. We met him in Bachelor in Paradise. He was on another Bachelor's. Oh yes, he was in Hannah B's. I think he was Hannah B's season or someone else. He was someone's season. I don't remember. You know what? I watched a lot of it in a row. They all blend together. They're also very
Googling,
out of mind.
I'm frantically Googling Grocery Joe.
So Joe here, but I was properly introduced to him because he was kicked off that Bachelorette season in the very first night. Didn't make an impression, but the people of Bachelor Nation saw how hot he was, and then they were like, "Oh my God, bring him back!" So they brought him to Bachelor in Paradise. My sister and I fell in love with him very hard. He's Italian. He owns a grocery store. He's from Chicago, and he has the thickest Chicago accent ever. And the girl that he ended up choosing on Bachelor in Paradise is from Markham, Ontario. She says Toronto.
Oh my God.
That's not the same. So yeah, so this is Joe. He's very cute. This is like if I was stuck in a universe where I could only date Bachelor contestants, which would be a very intense and harsh universe, Joe would probably be up there. We got a couple of Bachelors, so let's run to the next Bachelor guy because I gotta get the Bachelor Nation people happy. Okay, guys. This is Greg.
Oh my God, sorry. I'm just reading about Grocery Joe, and it says that this is part of his biography. Successful in produce, but unsuccessful in love.
Oh. No, now he's with what's her face from Markham.
See, and it also, oh yeah, this must be old. Anyway, who's this guy?
So this is Greg, but hold on, we'll go back to Grocery Joe. He dated someone quite successfully. The first time he was on Bachelor in Paradise, Kendall, and then they tried to bring her on this Bachelor in Paradise to like fuck with his brain, to be like, don't you love her still? And then you know what? He didn't love her still, and that was just real painful for Kendall. God damn it, Anya. Yeah, sure. It is an Italian thing to find attractive. Oh, I'm sorry that I have good taste in food. Excuse me. Anyways, go to the next one. So,
okay.
Is Grocery Joe related to Joe from Punch Out? I don't know what that means. Greg Grippo. So, he was very controversial. He was on Katie's season, so not the newest Bachelorette, but the one before.
What did he do? Give us the dirt.
This is what he did. I personally think he didn't do anything that bad, but if you're a Bachelor Nation fan, please write it in the chat. I'm sure all 6 of you are just foaming at the mouth. He basically wanted Katie when they did the hometowns, and she met his family, and his dad had died a year earlier, so he was vulnerable. He wanted Katie to basically say, fuck the show, you're the one for me, run away with me. And he basically kept saying, tell me, like, stop the Bachelor talk. Am I the one? Because I'm in love with you. And she kept saying, but I gave you a rose. And he's like, no, I don't want to hear it. And they go into a dark room, and he's like, no, literally, just tell me, like, do you love me? Like, are we going to end up together? And she was like, I can't. And she was being so, I found, quite annoying and evasive. And also, when he said that he was in love with her, her response was, I love looking at you. And it caused him to shut down and be kind of rude to her, because that's a really rude response. And then the next day she realized she regretted it, and she went to him and she cried, and he said no. So everybody was like, oh, he was so harsh to her, blah, blah, blah. But I think if you tell someone that you're in love with them and your response is, I love looking at you, I don't know. I think you're allowed to be a dick to them. Is this another picture of Joe? Oh, no, of Greg?
No, this is Greg Grippo holding a baby. I don't know whose baby, but
it's not his baby. He comes from a large family, and his sisters have many children. I follow him on Instagram.
Okay, yeah. So, anyway, I don't know.
So this is The Bachelor.
I don't know how anybody could stay mad at this man.
He's Very cute. He's the most like approachable hot guy that's been on the show in a while, but is actually hot. And he's, look at those
I don't know why
bedroom, that bedroom
you
face.
chose the funniest picture of him just melting into a couch, and he
Because
looks he looks sad.
yeah. I think that's his whole thing. He's trying to be sad. Oh, guys, were you unaware that I like sad men? Anyways, on to the next slide. This is the end of The Bachelor, people. Just for people who are like, this is boring. This is Tyler C. He's so hot. You can find a way hotter picture of him if you want to keep looking. He's like very like model hot. He left his bachelorette girl to date Gigi Hadid because Gigi Hadid DM'd him and was like, please tell me you're single. And then he was. But I never trusted him. So this is honorable mention in terms of bachelordom.
Oh, so he's not technically not even on the list.
He's kind of on the list. It's like I obviously have to bring him up because he's like one of the hottest people to ever have been on the show, and like it's important to like let it be known that I see that. Like I have eyes.
Of course.
But
of course.
I never trusted him, and he played this good guy routine. And then Hannah B, she's written an autobiography because why not? Or a memoir. I don't even think she's 30 yet. I'm pretty sure she's 27. And she said that he wasn't very nice.
He doesn't seem that nice.
I know, but that's the thing is like I thought that he wasn't nice, but then he was very nice on the show. And I truly was judging a book by his cover. But then you know what? He ended up not being that nice. So maybe I was right.
Well, honestly, it's a very oily cover. So how can
you know what?
judge?
I'm usually not a body person. I just like a face and a personality. But what are you gonna do? He's doing good work. We're all guys. What a year.
We're just trying out here.
We're trying. Mariana gets it. Okay, so let's get into the more thinner men that I That's by the way. So I like Andrew Garfield this year because I thought both movies that he did, he had a real fun time with, and you could tell that he was having the time of his life. I've been an Andrew Garfield fan since The Social Network. This is not a very good image of him. I think it's stretched a little bit because I don't understand PowerPoint.
Yeah, he's actually much thinner than appears in this.
Yeah,
image.
and he's not so like he looks like he has that like handsome Squidward filter on his face right now. But so he's in Jim Baker. If you've seen that Tammy Faye Baker movie, he's a delight, and he's having the time of his life, and he has the prosthetics on his face of a nightmare. I don't know whose idea it was to have every movie this year have the most bonkers like face prosthetic, but every movie does it. Yes, Andrew Cook, he is English, but so I've liked him since The Social Network.
Who does he remind me of?
He did a
Some
thing
kind of
in The Social. Maybe, yeah, he does kind of look like a cartoon. He looks like Squidward confirmed.
That's why. It must be Squidward that I'm thinking of. I can't get it out of my head now. I need to pull up a picture of Squidward. Hold on.
We have handsome Squidward. We have Andrew Garfield as regular Squidward as well. But so he did this thing in The Social Network at the end where he says, I'm coming back and not for 50%. I'm going to have all of it. And he has like tears in his eyes. Yeah, he does look like Andrew Garfield. So that was my fan. That was my he got me in that. And then I don't know, yeah, cute since he cried in The Social Network. And then like Tick Tick Boom was not my favorite movie by any means, but I thought he did a hell of a job, He worked really hard. So
he's a good actor.
He is a good actor. You know what? I think he has a vulnerability about him that I actually really enjoy.
There we go.
Shall we
That's
move
all you
on?
need in a man.
Yes. So
speaking of vulnerability.
Yeah. This man, if possible, I believe is thinner than Andrew Garfield. I don't want to say that I like thin men. It's that thin men like me, and I guess I've like merged the two together in my head. But I watched AP Bio this year, and then I remembered, yeah, Dennis is pretty hot. He's got a weird Botox situation happening these days. But I think this is a great picture of him with Joan from Mad Men and then the waitress from It's Always Sunny looking absolutely hammered. We gotta love it. Yeah, look how pretty he is when he puts on his lipstick. He also he's a pretty ideal, he says jokes very funny. And he was on the Mini Project and he has my favorite line from that I'm trying to remember how it goes, but it's pretty much just him saying that he was gonna, that his grandma died and that she had forgotten to give him his birthday card. And he goes, and I called her up and I really lit into her. And that's
He is so funny.
He's
I
very
will
funny.
say, like,
he's very dry.
I think he's attractive, but in Always Sunny, obviously he's supposed to be like a totally nuts like asshole. And so like it kind of takes away from that attractiveness, but you're right. In AP Bio, even though he kind of is still a nuts asshole, he's kind of like way more down to earth and like humanized.
I feel like the word fox really applies to him because it's like he's handsome, sure, but like when you see him, you go, that's a fox. Okay, thank you.
I think as he grows older, he's gonna get even hotter.
I hope so because I'm not loving the Botox situation that's going on in AP Bio.
Yeah,
it's causing like a halt.
That's true.
Listen, we're all doing our best. Even though I'm literally judging men on their looks, don't judge people on their looks. He's getting hollow. Right. This part of him is getting a little bit hollow.
That's the lesson here today. Don't judge people on their looks.
I like these men because of their personalities. I really got to know each of them. All right, let's go on to the next. Oh, right. Okay. If it's possible, he's even thinner than Andrew Garfield and Dennis from It's Always Sunny. And he looks even tireder. So, complicated relationship with Penn Badgley.
How do you say this?
I say Badgley, but I think it's Badgley.
What has he been in? He's so familiar.
Okay.
What?
So he was in Gossip Girl.
Oh, he's the You guy.
And he's in You. Yeah. So
that's why I have an instant reaction to his face where I'm like, who is this creep? But that's why. Okay.
Ironically, creepier in Gossip Girl. Well, okay. So my issue with Penn Badgley is in Gossip Girl. I thought they made his character so absolutely irritating and it made no sense. And then he ended up being Gossip Girl and he was just so rude all the time. And he just had this like look on his face and I was like, I'm not here for it. I don't like it. But in You, all that annoying behavior just really works because he's playing a murderer, right? And it all makes a lot of sense. And he looks so tired. And he looks tired in real life and on the show.
He does. He always looks so tired. Look at him.
He looks so tired.
And this thin tie is really accentuating the thinness.
Yeah, he's like a zipper. And like, okay, I'm just gonna say something. I've said a lot of stuff, that make me seem insane. But guys, you looking tired for me, very attractive quality in a man, and I can't tell you why. Like when guys wake up in the morning and then they kind of like look like they haven't washed their face yet. Incredibly hot, and I don't know what that is. Maybe it's an evolutionary thing. Biologically speaking.
I have Andrew Cook here asking if he made Adventure Time.
Andrew, you're saying a lot of stuff that I don't know what that means. Andrew, I apologize. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to take that as a sure he did.
Yeah, he did. Yes, of course he did.
This was a last minute addition to the list. Oh, okay, here we go. These are the honorable mentions because they were both mentioned of last year's list. And also, like, people really think that my brand is Timothée Chalamet. And while I do talk about him a lot, sometimes I do wonder if I feel for him sexual feelings. I think I just like him aesthetically. I go back and forth on it because sometimes he looks...
That's interesting.
He looks so young sometimes. And it really
He really does.
He looks so young.
Something that bums me out about Timothée Chalamet is it looks like he hasn't eaten in a year.
Listen. Mariana, as I put these men together, I always knew that I liked them gaunt. This was unfortunately a thing. I don't mean for this to be my type, but like seeing them stacked up one after another. Yeah. It's
startling.
I don't like a jock, I guess would be the long and the short of it. I don't like a jock. Also, for Christmas, I made the star in my tree. I painted a picture of him, and it's my Timothée Chalamet.
How did you not bring that here?
Should I get it?
How long will it take you? No, leave it.
We'll do it on the night. I have it on my Instagram. We could show it on the Instagram if you want.
Yeah, go to Alessandra's Instagram.
Here,
give her a follow.
I'll show you the picture of my phone. Can you see that? My Timothée Chalamet.
Oh my God.
It's a beautiful thing. Anyways, This next picture is Paul Mescal. So he's clearly a 2020 crush because nothing he's done has come out in 2021. He has a movie coming out that he was with Maggie Gyllenhaal directed called The Lost Daughter. It's supposed to be very good. I'm excited to watch it when it comes out. It's been shown that he's dating Phoebe Bridgers, and that's very upsetting to me because I have a what do they call that when you're like attracted to someone in a way that it feels like he's achievable, like that kind of, what do they call that? That's something relationship that people feel with celebrities that clearly I have.
Oh my
Like
God, I don't know.
it has a word, and clearly I suffer from it. And I
Delusion?
yeah, you know what? Mentally delusional. And when I keep pointing at the screen as if you guys can see what I'm pointing at, this is I'm pointing. So when I found out that he was dating Phoebe Bridgers, first of all, it's prevented me from enjoying her music. I refuse to listen to any of her songs.
Why? Because you're jealous?
Yeah, I have a real jealousy thing because I feel like
Oh
I
my
could
God.
date Paul Mescal. I feel like I could do it. There are some men on this list that I feel like I can't, but Paul Mescal, I feel like I could. Anyways, watch Normal People. It's such a beautiful show. He does such a great job. And this image of him, this is like a newer picture. It came out like last week. Looking at this picture felt like a hit in the pit of my stomach.
Oh, he's really cute.
Yeah, he's a cutie. He might be the cutest one on this list.
He has a really beautiful smile that I will show you in just a sec.
Yeah, for people who have normal tastes, as I would like to say. And he's
Aww.
Irish. He's all goofy and weird looking. It's beautiful work. And he's not so thin. He's thin.
It's beautiful work. His parents have done excellent work.
Excellent work. All right.
Huge shout out to that guy's
honorable
parents.
mentions of the 2020. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is a new one. Listen, guys, I was not a Cousin Greg fan. I thought that they were pandering to me too much. I was annoyed. I was like, I get it. Okay, he's tall. Like, I really wasn't about it. I found him, I don't know, there's something about the actual actor, Nicholas Braun, when I look at him, I go, I know what kind of fuck you are. I know how you treat women. I can see it. I can smell it on that guy. Because he's acting like he's not hot. And the show did that this year. Yeah, he does look like if someone smoothed out Willem Dafoe. I do find Willem Dafoe quite attractive. But anyways, so... But when I look at him, I get a real pit in my stomach of like, I know what kind of dick you are because you think you're not that hot, but clearly you're hot and people are telling you that you're not. So when girls pay attention to you, you're always like, oh, wow, girls are paying attention to me. Let me be mean to all of them. This is a biased opinion that is unresearched, sure. But that's how I feel about Greg, the actor, the man, not Greg, the character on Succession. But last week's episode... No spoilers. I'll just say there's a moment between Tom and Greg that is so romantic. And someone put like music to it on TikTok and like I could just watch it over and over again. They have such beautiful romantic chemistry. They're not into each other on the show. It's not supposed to be this. I don't think it's supposed to be homoerotic, but maybe it is. I don't know.
Anything can be homoerotic.
Okay, so it is
that's my belief.
And we enjoy homoeroticism.
We love that.
In this bedroom, we like homoeroticism. So yeah. Okay, and then we go to the next. So this is top 2. So Jeremy Strong. Now I know there was that article that came out about him last week, basically saying that he was like, you know, a selfish, extreme, kind of narcissistic-y method actor. It made me like him more. I just kept thinking like he likes his art.
This is controversial.
It is controversial. I thought he's serious about art. We love it. I don't have to marry him. I don't need to have him. You know, if I had to depend on him for like day-to-day activities, like, if I said, hey, pick up the kids or like do my dry cleaning, something like that, sure, maybe I would hate him. But in terms of like watching men on TV, we love a committed actor. Why not? And he also was in my 2020 list, but like, this is really Jeremy Strong's year, I feel. It's also Tom's year from Greg and Tom. It's Tom and that's their season. And
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
How do you feel about this?
I really enjoy that a lot.
You do?
He looks
you
so
like
handsome. I could go for being a little bit more flush to his face, like not so like bushy.
Sticking out,
not so sticky, yeah. But like if he ran a brush through it with like some pomade or something, this is great.
I have to agree. I enjoy the beard. I think it's better than whatever this stubble is going on in this picture.
I think because Succession, they keep him clean and then they dye his hair black. But let that boy have facial hair and white hair, and everyone's, well,
Let
maybe
it
they don't
go.
want him. They don't want him to be attractive. And also, I don't know, Jeremy Strong came off sad in the New Yorker piece. Kendall Jenner is one of the saddest boys to ever exist on TV. That every year, I go to therapy and I'm trying to like change, right? Like I'm trying to like be like, why do I like men that are sad and thin and tired looking? And clearly this list has shown that I have not moved on, but that's okay because 2022 is probably going to be the same. All right, and here we go for number one.
Here we go. Oh my God.
Oscar.
This is actually a classic hottie.
He is our generation's George Clooney. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Oscar Isaac is the hottest man. It will take years for someone to usurp him. Everyone agrees. All nationalities of people who are attracted to men, all creeds and nations, they all agree Oscar Isaac is the hottest one. He's so hot.
It is so true that he is our generation's George Clooney. That is the
Yeah.
truest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, he is Argent. I thought about it. You got to watch Scenes from Marriage. You get to see his penis a little bit.
Ooh.
You get a lot of one-on-one Oscar Isaac time. Even though I did not enjoy that television show, I was sad when it was over because I really enjoyed spending Sunday night watching him doing things. Fighting with Jessica Chastain mostly. But he's great. He's a really good actor. He's in Dune. Dune is an incredible movie in terms of like there's a man for everybody in that movie. You got your Timothy, you got your Oscar, you got your the guy from Game of Thrones, you got Josh Brolin. It's a real cornucopia. You got Peter Sarsgaard as a monster.
Which is also hot.
It's something for everybody. That was it.
Thank you so much, Vite. I learned a lot. I feel refreshed.
Manic enough for you.
Oh no, it needs to be manic.
Okay, good. I'm really I feel proud and happy to share who I love, but I also would maybe potential men that I will date to know that I'm a really chill girl, so don't even worry about it.
That is the lesson here. Don't
Yeah.
judge people on their looks, and Alessandra is the chillest person you'll ever meet.
So chill. All right, well, thank you so much.
Thank you
It's been
so
an actual
much.
pleasure.
Bye.